I want to preface this video by saying that this is not about whether I believe in heaven. This video is about whether belief in heaven makes a difference. Does belief matter? Consider some examples. Muslim extremists who use belief in heaven to compel the young and idealistic to violence. Christian priests who use the idea of heaven and hell as a big stick to compel belief, or more to the point, to compel obedience to them. Consider also from literature Judge Claude Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame, who believed in heaven but ultimately is bound for hell. Now, that's not to say that all Muslims and Christian priests are disingenuous. But the fact that such people do exist suggests there's more to this than meets the eye. Clearly, if heaven exists, you can believe in heaven, but go to hell. Consider also Jesus' words. When he's asked by the Pharisees when the kingdom of God would come, he said, "The kingdom of God does not come with observation, nor will they say, 'See here,' or 'See there,' for indeed the kingdom of God is within you." That can also be translated, "The kingdom of God is in your midst." He also said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." And he instructed his disciples, "And as you go, preach, saying, 'The kingdom of heaven is at hand.'" In his book Heaven and Hell, Swedenborg wrote this: "It can never be said that heaven is outside anyone. It is within. Because every angel accepts the heaven that is outside in keeping with the heaven that is within. Unless heaven is within an individual, nothing of the heaven that is outside flows in and is accepted." So what we have to understand is that this heaven is not some external law to which we are forcibly held accountable. Heaven is a guiding principle by which we govern our own attitudes and behaviours. One of the things that's always appealed to me about humanism is its promotion of and adherence to a principle of goodness which is to be sought for no other reason than that it is good. Goodness for goodness' sake. Now just notice how that principle transforms this statement from Jesus' parable of the prodigal son. This is what the prodigal son says to his father upon returning home. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight, and am no longer worthy to be called your son." Where I think Christianity differs from humanism is in the recognition that we don't reach this state naturally on our own. Good is not something that is inherent to human nature. It has to be learnt. And that's where the external authority is useful. It teaches us a principle that we would not otherwise discover for ourselves. And it also maintains some external order in this world, which, after all, is full of people who haven't yet discovered this principle. Goodness for goodness' sake. This is the heaven that Jesus calls us to. And if we cannot find this heaven in this life, then heaven in the next life is truly a fantasy.